Now I'm here today with Ambassador Danny Ayalon and his wife Ann. Ambassador Ayalon, you were the Israeli ambassador to America. When was that?
That was 2002 to 2007.
And when you guys came back to Israel, and I know that you started, became the president of the Israeli version of the Red Cross.
Yes, it's the Red Cross and 911 combined. It's Magen David Adom, and we formed Christian Friends of Magen David Adom.
Okay.
And
so a Magen David is the Jewish star. So you have the Red Cross, and now you have the Red Jewish Star.
Right, exactly. And we wanted the Christians to be able to bless Israel in a very tangible and meaningful way, because Magen David Adom is our emergency medical services and blood services organization. It's a not-for-profit, and it really saves lives.
Wow. Ambassador, you work with Christians all over the world. You go and you speak to them and educate them. How has it moved you, the Christian evangelical support for Israel?
Well, Ron, I am fortunate to have been married to my wife, and for the last 42 years, and Anne comes from a very devout evangelical family in Ohio. So I know quite intimately the Christian lives, the Christian traditions, the Christian, I would say, support for Israel. For me, is natural, and I think we don't have better friends than the Christians, the Zionist Christians, those who really read the Torah, those who believe in the Bible, Old and New Testament, those who live up to the Word of God. They are our true friends. So I have known them in the United States. They were very helpful to me and to Anne personally when we were in Chicago. And we were very blessed to have so many friends. And when we were back here, Anne took it as her life mission to be a bridge between Jews and Christians, and she's doing it marvelously. And this Magen David Adom, the Jewish Red Star, is a real tangible way to do it.
You said that evangelical believers are the best friends of Israel, and really we're now going to give you an opportunity to show that friendship. And what are we going to be doing to honor the memory of Amir Corey, this Arab Christian policeman who died while saving the lives of Orthodox Jews?
Amir Corey was a really, really fine young man. And his family is very, very special. They're Arab Christians who live in Nazareth, one of the suburbs, and they strongly support Israel. And he served in the army, and he became a policeman, and he actually was one of the first responders. And for this reason, we felt at Magen David Adom that we should honor him with a medical motorcycle, which are our first responders. They can get through the streets very quickly, and they are the first ones to do resuscitation, to help someone stay alive for the few minutes before an ambulance can get there.
Wow, and I've seen these in action. Last 2 weeks ago, I was in Jerusalem when there was a terrorist attack, and I just heard the sirens and sirens. When I finally got to the place where everyone was gathering, there were two of those motorcycles that obviously they got there before anyone else. And you're right, they come with life-saving ability.
That's right.
Now, friends, we're going to be raising $40,000 for one of these motorcycles. Anything over that, we're going to continue. We're going to give to them to bless them. We want to stand with Israel. But beyond that, we want to honor Amir Corey, his memory, his family. And just think about this. You have Messianic Jews raising funds to honor an Arab Christian police officer who died while saving Orthodox Jews, with the help of an evangelical believer who was the president of the Christian Friends of the Magen David Adom. It's easy for me to say.
One of the key factors here is that Christian Friends of Magen David Adom builds bridges between Christians and Jews and Muslims, and we all work together at Magen David Adom. And we feel it's very important to help uplift the Christian Arab, because they have so much outside pressure from their neighbors, in East Jerusalem especially. And we want them to know that we also are returning that love and that friendship and that support.
Ambassador, what does it do to Israelis when they, because we're not used as Jewish people, if you go back 2,000 years, we're not really used to Christians being our friends. And then suddenly there's this outpouring of love and donations and people visiting. How does that affect the average Israeli?
Initially, it flabbergasts people. You know, they're perplexed because they know for 2,000 years there was cruel anti-Semitism in Europe and pogroms. But this was done by the old church. The Catholic Church that introduced what we call the replacement theory. And the evangelical actually go back to the sources. And they say, no, nobody can interpret the Bibles as they want. Nobody can say that anyone else replaced the Jewish people. The Jewish people are the apple of the eye of God. They were there from the start and they will stay there until the end of times. God never reneges on its promises and its commitments. Yes, we had trials and tribulations, all according to prophecy, by the way. Right. And when you come here to Israel, you see how prophecy comes alive. And today, Israel is the third temple after the two first ones were destroyed. And this is the one who will last forever. And we're so happy that the Christians, these evangelical Christians, are with us on this very, very special godly voyage.
When the Israelis see the ambulances and the motorcycles that say Christian Friends of Magen David Adom,
right,
they realize that they're not alone. We are not alone here, that we do have friends outside.
So this motorcycle will say on it that it donated by believers around the world.
That's right.
In the honoring the memory
That's
of
right.
Amir Corey, this Arab policeman.
That's right.
Friends, we have an amazing opportunity here to continue to show this love as believers from all over the world. I want to thank you for standing with Israel. I want to thank you for showing your part, provoking Israel to jealousy, as Paul says in Romans 11, verse 11. We have a matching funds donor. A wonderful couple, anonymous, has pledged up to $25,000. That means for every dollar you give, up to $25,000, it will be doubled. If you can give 100, they're going to give 100 and match it. So let's do this amazing thing to honor this Christian Arab in the nation of Israel. It's just, I don't know, it checks every box. It's just an opportunity to be a blessing. And thank you guys so much for being with me. And I love that we're able to do this together.
Oh, it's our honor. Thank you.
Thank you, Ron. Anytime.
Wonderful.